after my first iPhone 17 Pro Max died on me within the first few months and getting it replaced, it's now time to talk about what it's like to live with this phone on a day-to-day basis and whether it's still worth it. Let's dig in. So yes, my first iPhone 17 Pro Max had a major issue. I sent it to Apple to get it fixed, and Apple was like, they've never encountered an issue before, so they couldn't fix it. I actually had to replace this. I made an entire video detailing everything that happened. I will drop the link down below, so be sure to check it out. Now, for full transparency, I've had this phone, the one that I'm holding right now, for like 3 to 4 months because I got it replaced, but I've been living with the iPhone 17 Pro Max ever since it was released. Now, Apple did change the exterior of the phone. They moved to this new plateau system, which personally I'm a fan of, because when the phone is lying flat on the surface, it's not as wobbly as it used to be on the previous models. There's a lot of mixed feelings about that, but personally I think this was a brilliant idea. Also, Apple did transition from titanium on the 16 to aluminum on the 17. Ever since having this phone, I've never had a case or a screen protector, whatever, right? So yes, I am still on the fence when it comes to aluminum because it has not really been that bad to me, and also has not really been that good to me. First is that it's a scratch magnet. Every single fall you will see a scratch, you will see a dent. It's just too weak for those things. And also I think I made a wrong decision picking this color. It was the fun color at that point. At the point of release, everybody was getting it. It was nice while it lasted, I think, for 1 week, but after the first week I got so done with it. I think picking up the silver colorway would have been perfect. It would have hidden the scratch very, very well. But the orange reveals everything, which is kind of crazy. Now with the screen, Apple did improve its resistance to scratch and everything, which is really, really good, because I've had this phone in certain situations where I think it should have scratched up really bad, but then it didn't. I only have one scratch on there, which I don't know how I got it. It's just how these things work, right? Compared to the screens on the previous generations, they don't really hold up well when it comes to scratch and all of that. But the 17, I realized that it actually does hold up when it comes to scratches. With performance, let's start with the cameras. I think this is one of the most consistent cameras out there. In all different lighting situations, you get the most consistent colors and image. And same cannot be said for other phone brands, because they might be so good when it's broad daylight, but then when you are back in your room where the lights are a little meshed together, the phone gets confused and it interprets lights way differently. They are not really true to the eye. But I think the iPhone really do a very good job interpreting colors the way it sees them. Recently, we realized that Apple did shoot the MLS entire game using a desert of iPhone 17 Pro Maxes. And of course, it did come with large lens extensions and attachments. But then the most important thing is that it was the software of the phone that was being used to film everything. The technology of the camera in the phone was being used. So that goes to tell you how this phone, the cameras inside this phone, is really, really, really good. Now, if you're a content creator, you can plug in an external drive and record ProRes RAW on this, which you can color grade to match your footage that you took on your professional camera, which is pretty sick. I see a lot of content creators using this phone to create their content. Recently, I made a post on YouTube Shorts and TikTok to test if people will be able to recognize when a shot is taken on a phone. And most people actually did find the phone footage better than the picture taken with my professional camera somehow. So yes, the iPhone cameras are pretty sick. Now, there is nothing to worry about if you are wanting to get this phone because of the cameras. They are really, really good. Now, I actively do use my iPhone 14 Pro Max as well, and whenever I'm outside shooting content, I realize that it gets really hot, uncomfortably hot, mainly because it's made out of steel. Now, I'm not saying that a 17 doesn't get hot, but then when I'm shooting content outside, because of the aluminum body and the vapor chamber that they have introduced, it dissipates the heat really evenly. You don't really feel it as much, and also you're able to shoot for extensive long hours without the screen dimming down. The screen on the iPhone 14 Pro Max just dims down to protect itself whenever it's so hot outside and the phone gets uncomfortably hot. So yes, the aluminum might not really be good when it comes to scratching, but I will pick it any day when it comes to it being able to dissipate heat really, really well. I would rather have a case on my phone than, put my phone down to cool every single time when I'm trying to shoot something really nice. Now, in terms of normal usage, whether you are doom scrolling, playing video games, calling, doing other productivity stuff on the phone, phones have actually perfected this. Even budget phones are good at this. So it's no issue at all with the Pro phones. Now, with the incoming iOS 27, Siri is finally good. We waited a long time for this. Siri is finally good. It can actually answer questions. You ask it what's the price of the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, and it actually does that. And because it's on device, you can ask it to pull stuff in your gallery, ask it to go and reply to a message that you've been wanting to reply to, but you've not gotten the chance to reply to it. It can do all of that for you. Can you imagine? Siri couldn't set a timer like 3 weeks ago, and now it's doing all of these things, right? So if you're getting the iPhone 17 Pro Max, because it has Apple Intelligence, you are getting the new Siri and all of its new features as well. Everything is on here, right? Which I think is really, really cool. Now, in terms of the battery, Apple did increase the capacity of the iPhone 17 Pro Max compared to the ones on the 16, and it was really evident. When I first used the 17 Pro Max for the first time, I was like, wow, like this battery is actually good, because I went a whole day without charging the phone once, which was really, really nice, right? And because of that, I should have gotten the Pro, because I had issues with the battery not being so strong. So getting the Pro Max will give me more room for battery, but then because Apple has actually done it with batteries, I think going with a base Pro version would have been perfect. It has all the features. The only thing that you get reduces the size of the battery and everything. So picking the base Pro version would have been perfect. So after living with the iPhone 17 Pro Max for almost a year, is it still worth it? Look, Apple is about to drop new iPhones in September, and there is a lot of rumors about it online. We don't know for sure whether they are true or not, but the thing we do know is that in terms of physical structure, is just the same as the 17 Pros, and also the dynamic island is supposed to get tinier or smaller, right? That is all we do know, and they are all rumors, right? But one thing we do know for sure is that Apple is going to increase the price of their phones. The 18s wouldn't be cheap. It wouldn't be cheap at all. And we know that based on the price increases that Apple has already started in their other lineups, in the iPads, the MacBooks, and also the trading value of this phone has actually gone up, meaning that the new iPhones will definitely go up as well. Right, and I'm not expecting anything less than $100. It will be $100 or more, right? So yes, if you are looking to switch from your old iPhone to a newer iPhone, I would say look into the 17s. They look really, really amazing. They are good for content creation, good for consuming media, good for doing whatever thing that you do with your phone. It's still perfect. I don't think Apple is going to change a lot with the 18. It's just going to be tiny tweaks here and there and making certain features to fit the new Siri AI. It wouldn't be that massive, right? So the 17 Pro Maxes are still fantastic pick, and I think the price will drop when the new iPhones drop. Not too sure. If Apple increases the price of the new iPhone significantly, this price wouldn't drop as much, but it will still drop, right? So yes, picking the 17 Pro Max would be really, really good.